Welcome to The Journey. My name is Kevin Polky, the host of The Journey. Um, as we have talked many times about this idea of character and what does character mean? Is it important? Um, how do we get our hands wrapped around this idea of character? A few years ago, uh, it came to me through a couple different teachings that maybe character could be defined as who am I when no one's watching. I remember this idea of imagine driving on a country road at, let's say, 2 a.m. in the morning, and you can see for miles and miles. The only thing besides the darkness are the lights glimmering in the sky from the stars. And as you're driving down the road, and clearly, if there was other cars around, the light of the headlights would illuminate. Um, and you know how you're driving on those country roads going up and going down, there's crossroads. And the road that you happen to be on doesn't have any stop signs, but the crossroad, crossroad does have a stop sign. And then all of a sudden, you see a stop up ahead sign indicating that you are going to have a stop sign coming up. Clearly, there's no one around because you would see another car coming because of the illumination of their lights. You have to make a decision. Should I stop at the stop sign or should I just keep going? This would be a perfect opportunity. No one around, no accountability. I should just go through the stop sign. See, I think what you do in that situation, what you what you do when no one's watching, no one in your car, obviously no one else in this isolated country road. What do you do? And why do you do it? Coming to a complete stop may feel silly under the circumstance as you proceed through knowing that there was no one there. But if someone was in the car with you, let's say one of your younger children or a grandparent, would that make a difference come the stop sign? And would you stop then? Would it make a difference if you saw that there was a police officer, somehow that you saw a police officer, would that then ensure that you would stop? Why is it different if there's someone in that car or if there is a police officer holding us accountable from a state statute standpoint? I think the idea of being able to know what you're going to do in those circumstances when there's no one around, that you want that to coincide if there was somebody holding you accountable and being congruent with them, I think that is part of the key. See, for me, who I am when no one's watching, that my words and my actions are congruent, they go together, they're aligned. Um, that allows me to be able to 10 years from now, 20 years from now, be able to think back on that stop sign opportunity to say that I was congruent with that, I was consistent with that. I was reading just recently um, uh, The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. And on May 1st, his entry was make character your loudest statement. Uh, from Rufus, for philosophy doesn't consist in outward display, but in taking heed to what is needed and being mindful of it. Let me say that again. For philosophy doesn't consist in outward display, but in taking heed to what is needed and being mindful of it. Holiday wrote, "The monk dresses in his robes, a priest puts on his collar, a banker wears an expensive suit and carries a briefcase. A stoic has no uniform and resembles no stereotype. They are not identifiable by look or by sight or by sound. The only way to recognize them is by their character." This is one of the choices that we have. This is one of the choices that we can make slowly. And when we mess up, when we do a rolling stop at that stop sign, or we decide that time not to stop, again, maybe there's no accountability. Maybe no one knows, but you know. Developing character, who you are when no one's watching, being moving in the direction of having that life-giving character, that you are someone's whose words and your actions coincide, and that it is not only for yourself but for others life-giving. That is what I'm attempting to do throughout my life. And some days it goes better than others. Sometimes there's setbacks, but it's more about being intentional about that direction and making corrections when uh, may not take that opportunity that I could have. So I'll leave you with this. When those crossroads come, when those opportunities come of who you are when no one's watching, uh, do a test on yourself and go, will I be okay with my decision 20 years from now? If we can say yes, then you'll know what to do. Again, thank you very much for being with us. Look forward to being with you again next week. And if you know someone that may benefit from this, please share this. You never know who needs a little bit of spark of hope, a little bit of light in their darkness.